Hi everyone, welcome back to the Self-Sufficient Homestead. My name is Tanya Milan and today I'm going to show you the inner workings of the Mockmill 100. This little machine is a very powerful stone mill with which you can grind all your grains, and I even grind my salt with it. And it's made up of 90% plant material, so they really thought about the environment when they made this little machine. Now, a lot of people ask me questions. They say they struggle with the calibration, they're not sure how to work it, they're getting stuck with it, so I want to help you to understand the inside of this machine, and it will make it so much easier to operate it. We've got the hopper at the top, the funnel coming out of here, and what the company calls the clever lever. This is a really cool little lever, and don't be fooled by your 1 to 10, and I will explain it to you in a moment. So to start off with, I'm going to be taking off the lever because I want to show you inside. To open it up, I press my fingers on these little buttons and I open. Inside, you find a plastic disc that screws off. And you've got your burrs on the inside. Bottom burr, top burr with your springs. So let me just show you. I put on the machine and the bottom burr is moving. The top stone, if put on top, stays in a stationary position when it is switched on. Please do not do this at home. I'm just trying to show you how it works. So I'm going to hold my hand and switch it on again. If I apply pressure, listen to that, then the stones touch. So if I were to throw some grains in here now, it would be grinding. So as you can see, it's by moving the top burr up and down that we get the fineness of the flour. The higher up it goes, the coarser your flour will be. The lower down it goes, the finer your flour will be. But this machine is closed, so we have to be able to do it from the outside while it's working. And that's exactly why we have this lever attached to this plastic disc. You'll see on the inside, it has a screw on, which allows the burrs, if it's on, to be compressed lower or lifted up. So in this disc, we also have a place for the lever to go in. Now, I'm going to put the lever in. Can you see that it's loose? But the moment that I tighten this lever, still loose. It's tight now. Now it cannot move. So now you can adjust how high or how low the top stone is from the bottom stone by using this lever. So that's why I said don't let 1 to 10 stress you so much, because you can move this around on the outside and you can actually go way past 10. You can move this top burr up until about 30. If you think of a scale from 0 to 10, it can go to 30 in coarseness. So if you wanted to, for instance, hull buckwheat, you'll take it as high up as over 30, right? Now, let's get this thing on again. So to work your little Mockmill, you have to put this on and screw it onto your machine. It is tight at the moment, which means the two stones will be touching. But we don't want to have it touch when we put it on immediately. We want to be able to calibrate it ourselves. So we turn it a quarter of a way back and we make sure, let's just get this right, that that little insert for your lever is on the left hand side. Let's put this on. And now I can screw this back in and I can adjust the height of the top stone to the bottom one. Okay, it is tightened. I'm going to put it on now. So we're going to calibrate now. I'm going to take it back to number 1, which is going to make it tighter. And there it touches. This is the sound that you want when you want to grain flour finely over there. But let's say you did want to dehull buckwheat. So then you would want to lift it much higher. So you would take it all the way to 10, loosen your screw, back to 1, tighten, pull it all the way back. Now we are 20. All the way. And now we're at 30. The stones are the furthest apart now that they can be. And you can dehull some things and it won't break up your seed. So I'll just adjust it back to the calibration that it should be between 0 and 10. So just give me a moment there. Okay, we've got the stones touching at 1 at the moment. So that's good enough. So on my previous video that I made of the Mockmill, how to set up your Mockmill, somebody asked the question and said, I've got a new Mockmill, I'm really struggling. If I put, for instance, rye through, my machine stops. I'm not getting the calibration right, my stones are getting too hot. Well, firstly, if your stones are getting too hot, you are putting it too close together. As I said before, let's listen quickly. I'm going to put it on. The sound you want to listen for, if you want your finest flour, is this. That's the sound you want. Then your flour will be fine and your stones are touching. You do not want it further than that. It's immediately when you hear that sound, this is where you stop. If you put it further down so the stone goes closer together, then you are going to heat up your stones. Your Mockmill will not get hot if you use it right. Also, the viewer also said that they struggle grinding rye and that rye seizes up their machine. I personally do not struggle with it at all. I take it, I put it in, I put it where the stones touch and I get a fine flour, no problem. However, for somebody that is new, that is still experimenting with their machine and not wanting to get frustrated because mistakes happen, I would recommend that you take your Mockmill up to number 10 and start grinding a rough flour. Now, not everybody wants a rough flour, so all you do is, now you put it on your closest setting, there where the stones are touching, and you put it through again. So instead of just putting it once on fine, you are picking up the stones a bit and just putting it through twice. And that saves you the frustration while you're learning to operate your Mockmill. The next question is, how do I clean my Mockmill? Well, rice is very abrasive and cleans your stones well. So all you have to do is put your Mockmill on 10 and pour your rice through. The next step is to put it on 5 and put it through again. This you can repeat 2 more times and and your stones will be beautifully clean. Also remember, when you use your Mockmill, it is made for grains and spices and salt. Never ever use your Mockmill for anything that is oily, like linseeds and nuts. They will get stuck. The other thing that I've learned from experience not to grind in my Mockmill is sugar. Sugar gets hot and then it smears onto your stones and sets onto your stones, and it's really hard to get that off. You have to put right through many times before you have your stones cleaned up from sugar. So don't mill those things. Stick to your grains and your spices and your salt and you will be fine. If you've got any other questions about the Mockmill, or you've got some comments, something you want to say, please pop it in the comments. If you found value in this video, please like it and maybe share it with somebody else that's also just bought their Mockmill so they can also understand how their Mockmill works. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen, and I will see you again.